And it's time for what I've been waiting. I've really been waiting to hear Gabe's opinion on this topic, but it's about Utopia. Travis Scott dropped his long-awaited album called Utopia. We haven't heard him, at least album-wise, in a couple of years since Astroworld. Obviously, a tragedy happened in between that, so I want to say rest in peace to those who lost their lives at the Astroworld Festival. But the album came out. I've heard mixed opinions, but I've really only waited to hear yours because you are probably the biggest Travis Scott fan that I know personally. Commercially, it seems like it did well because according to Complex, it's selling somewhere between 245 and to 275,000 units from streams alone. Now there's new rules in place from Billboard that they're allowing the bundle sales to be factored in.
Yeah, the bundles is back now.
So it seems like he may be selling upwards of 400.
Yeah, I thought it was like 400, something like that. 400
to 500,000 is a lot of albums sold. It's halfway to platinum almost. Right. But Gabe, I got to come to you. What did you think of the project, and are you still bumping it now?
Yeah, I mean, I was bumping it on the way here. I think it's the project is different because it's like there's different varieties of Travis Scott fans. You have like the Travis Scott fans who are fans of Travis because of Kanye, right? Or then you have the Travis Scott fans who like his early, more rapping days, like on Al Faro or days before Rodeo. And then you have like the more modern day kind of, I feel like the more hype beastie Travis Scott fans who are more into the melodic stuff and like that Astroworld project. But to me, this project, when he was talking about how the project felt like it was Al Faro days, like it really was because it was mostly rap. And I saw the statistic online and it kind of showed, which I don't even know how they calculated this, but it showed how much he was actually rapping on each project. And this was the most that he's rapped on a project in the past 3. So it's been less melodic, more rapping on this. And I think the project itself isn't what people were expecting because I feel like when an artist puts out an album, Travis makes Astroworld, right? Everybody thinks that the next project is going to be just hit record after hit record after hit record after hit record. But I think what this project brought to the table was it very much reminded me of like 808s and Heartbreaks and Yeezus inspired Kanye. And I like that Travis was able to enter into this realm of like a different territory because I myself thought that the project was going to come in with just some immediately a hit record. But I think the way that it started and the way that the project flows over time, even after I listened to it more and more and more, because it took a while for my ears to really catch on to certain things on the project, but I appreciated it more every single time. Like I think Tizo Touchdown had a great, outstanding moment on the project. Towards the end, the song that SZA and Future on is incredible. And I think for me, as of right now, one of the most standout records on the project, and it's going to be my pick later, I'm going to say it, is Topia Twins with Rob 49 and 21 Savage. But I think overall, you got a balance of kind of like that Kanye-inspired Travis Scott, you know, from Yeezus to 808s and Heartbreaks, but then you also got that Astroworld Travis Scott that people like, and then you even have like a more mainstream side when like the K-pop record with The Weeknd and Bad Bunny. So overall, I enjoyed the project. I didn't want to, you know, a lot of people like Speedy, like we're saying like how I'm a big Travis Scott fan. They're hitting me like at like 1 a.m. They're like, so do you hate it? And I'm like, bro, like I'm still listening to this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now that it's almost a week out and I can formulate my opinion, I thoroughly enjoy it. And I think it's just, it's one of those projects that you just have to listen to more and more to fully get. Like, I don't think that a lot of people are going to like it off the rip because people are just expecting him to just do a project full of hits. And I think if we're expecting that out of our artists, then we don't allow them to fully be as creative as they're supposed to be. And I think that what he did on this, like he didn't go into this project thinking, I'm going to make like Astroworld 2.0, or I'm going to make hits. He made like a project that was actually like very close to home and he addressed some of the Astroworld stuff on it. And I think that I thoroughly enjoyed it. You know, there was a lot of features on it, but I felt like how the records were put together, like again, very Kanye inspired. But I thoroughly enjoyed it.
What records did he address the Astroworld stuff on?
It was on My Eyes.
My Eyes.
Yeah, it was on My Eyes. And that's the joint with Sampha. So
definitely, I only listened to it one time and I do think I'm gonna need more time to listen. But off first listen, it definitely felt like I was listening to Yeezus, the records that didn't make Yeezus type vibe. But that was a good breakdown. It makes me want to go listen again.
That was a great breakdown.
Yeah. I think it's just like you got to sit with the project. Because I think now we're so used to getting albums that is just like a culmination of like a compilation of songs that the artist did over a certain period of time. But I feel like Travis has always done a great job of painting a bigger picture than just, all right, I did these 20 songs this past year. Let me put it on a project.
Combination?
Compilation.
Oh.
I didn't say combination. You wanted me to say combination so bad. But I think that he did a great job of kind of like with this project taking you into his thought process and his way of thinking and into that utopia world that he was trying to create too. So I really fuck with it. And I love that he gave someone like Rob 49 a shot on that project. But I will say the one thing I don't like right now is that I don't know if you guys saw this, but Casey tweeted that Casey wasn't credited. I think Sanford wasn't credited on the project yet either as features. While other people were getting credited, like obviously Beyonce was credited, Rob, 21 Savage. So I would like for him to fix that because Casey and Sanford did incredible work on the project. So I think they should be acknowledged just as much as everybody else too.
Cool. Duke, did you get a chance to check it out?
Yeah, I did. I'm still listening to it too.
It takes a couple listens.
It's a lot of different. I don't know. It's take you on a ride almost. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Switch up a lot. So
bunch of different beats in the same song. And
yeah.
Rob?
One thing I just want to maybe point out, because it did remind me a lot of Kanye. There was a lot. And I was like, all right, that's cool, because Kanye left the void, because we don't know what he's doing. You know, he was doing the gospel stuff for a while, and we don't know where he's at musically. To Travis's credit, he was a huge inspiration for Yeezus. I feel like a lot of what Kanye did on Yeezus came from Kanye checking out what Travis was doing and Travis being in the studio. So I want to give Travis credit for that. Album was cool to me. Like I don't know what I was really expecting. You know, coming off the Astroworld stuff, and he did like address it in my eyes. I was just maybe looking for more introspection or something like a little deeper, or like after really, really kind of going through what he went through. But also maybe that's just my expectation, and that's not the artist that he is. You know what I'm saying? Or he just has to address that in his own way. The album was all right to me. It was cool.